The notification pinged on my phone like a gunshot in the dead of night, shattering the fragile peace I'd built around my secret life. It was from the dating app I'd sworn off months ago. A message from someone I'd rejected without a second thought. Hey Mila, funny how life works. See you at the internship orientation tomorrow, Naomi. My heart plummeted as I realized the woman I'd swiped left on, dismissing her profile as too polished, too perfect for my messy world, was now my assigned mentor at the prestigious New York marketing firm where I'd just landed my dream internship. I stared at the screen, my mind racing through the implications. How could I face her? The rejection had been impulsive, born from my own insecurities. Her bio screamed success, Ivy League grad, rising star in the industry, while I was just a small-town girl from Ohio, hiding my sexuality from a conservative family that would disown me in a heartbeat. Swiping left felt safe, a way to avoid the vulnerability of connection, but now it was staring me in the face, threatening to unravel everything. Naomi's face from the app haunted me as I tossed in bed that night. Those sharp green eyes, the confident smile. I told myself she was out of my league, that pursuing anything would only lead to heartbreak in a world that still whispered slurs behind closed doors. But here she was stepping into my professional life, where I had to pretend to be straight, focused, unbreakable. What if she recognized me? What if she called me out? The thought twisted in my gut like a knife, forcing me to confront the lies I'd woven to survive. Morning came too soon, and I dragged myself to the sleek glass tower in Manhattan, my palms slick with sweat. The orientation room buzzed with eager interns, all chattering about their ambitions, but I hung back, scanning for her. There she was at the front, poised and professional, her short hair framing a face that looked even more striking in person. When our eyes met, a flicker of recognition crossed her features, but she smiled warmly, extending a hand. Mila, right? I'm Naomi. Looking forward to working with you. Her grip was firm, her voice steady, but I could sense the undercurrent of something unspoken. Did she know? Had she pieced it together? As we sat through the presentations, my mind wandered to the what-ifs. What if I'd swiped right? Would we have connected, shared stories over coffee, built something real? Instead, I was here, trapped in this mentor-mentee dynamic, where any hint of attraction could derail my career before it started. Over the next few days, Naomi threw herself into guiding me, her enthusiasm infectious. She reviewed my portfolio with keen insight, pointing out strengths I hadn't seen in myself. You've got a raw talent for storytelling, Mila. Don't hide it behind safe choices. Her words hit like a punch. Was she referring to more than just my work? I nodded, forcing a smile, but inside turmoil brewed. Every meeting, every late-night email exchange, chipped away at my defenses. One evening, as we worked on a campaign pitch in her office overlooking the city lights, the conversation turned personal. So what brought you to New York? She asked casually, leaning back in her chair. I hesitated, crafting a half-truth about seeking opportunities, omitting the part about escaping a family that viewed my orientation as a sin. Family expectations can be tough, she said softly, her eyes searching mine. Mine wanted me to marry some guy from their church circle. Took me years to break free. Her admission hung in the air, a bridge I wasn't sure I could cross. Was she opening up or testing me? I mumbled something vague, changing the subject, but the seed was planted. That night, alone in my tiny apartment, I replayed her words. Breaking free. It sounded so simple, but for me it meant risking everything. My parents' love, my siblings' respect, the financial support that kept me afloat. How could I afford to be honest when the world punished women like us? As weeks passed, our bond deepened despite my reservations. Naomi became my biggest advocate, pushing me to take on challenging projects, praising my ideas in team meetings. But the tension simmered beneath the surface. I caught myself stealing glances, feeling a pull I couldn't deny. One day during a coffee run, she confessed, "You know, I recognized you from the app right away." My coffee cup nearly slipped from my hand. "Why didn't you say anything?" I whispered, heart pounding. She shrugged, a sad smile playing on her lips. Rejection stings, but I figured there was a reason. Maybe fear? I've been there. Her honesty cracked something inside me. Fear, yes, that was it. Fear of judgment, of loss, of the unknown. But admitting it meant facing the truth about myself, and I wasn't ready. Not yet. The first crack in my facade came during a family call. My mother, ever the traditionalist, probed about my social life, hinting at setting me up with a nice boy from back home. You need to think about your future, Mila. A good husband, kids. That's stability. I bit my tongue, the words "I'm gay" lodged in my throat like a stone. Hanging up, I felt the weight of their expectations crushing me, contrasting sharply with the freedom Naomi represented. Naomi noticed my distraction the next day. "Everything okay?" she asked during our one-on-one. I shook my head, tears welling up unexpectedly. "Family stuff. They don't know about me." The confession slipped out, raw and unfiltered. She reached across the desk, her hand covering mine briefly. "It's okay to be scared. But hiding eats you alive. Trust me." Her touch lingered in my mind, sparking a whirlwind of emotions. Was this mentorship crossing into something more? I pulled back, throwing myself into work to avoid the confusion. But the damage was done. I'd let her in, and now the walls were crumbling. By the end of the first month, the internship felt like a pressure cooker. Naomi's support was unwavering, but so was the growing attraction. During a team-building event, as we laughed over drinks, our knees brushed under the table. The spark was electric, undeniable. Later, walking me to the subway, she paused. "Mila, if there's something here, we need to talk about it." I froze, the words escaping me. "I can't. Not with everything at stake." Her face fell, but she nodded. "I understand. But don't let fear dictate your life." That night I lay awake, torn between the safety of denial and the allure of authenticity. The choice loomed, heavy and inescapable, setting the stage for the storms ahead. The following weeks blurred into a haze of deadlines and unspoken tensions. Naomi kept her distance professionally, but her guidance remained sharp, pushing me to excel. Yet, every interaction carried an undercurrent of what-ifs, making my chest ache with unresolved feelings. I found myself analyzing her every word, every glance, wondering if she felt the same pull or if I'd imagined it all in my desperation for connection. One afternoon during a strategy session, our boss praised a campaign I'd spearheaded, crediting Naomi's mentorship. As applause filled the room, she winked at me, a private victory shared. But victory felt hollow. Back in her office, I confronted the elephant in the room. "Why are you still helping me after? You know." She leaned against her desk, arms crossed. "Because talent deserves a chance, Mila. And because I see myself in you, scared but capable of so much more." Her words stung, mirroring my inner turmoil. Capable, was I? Or was I just a coward hiding behind excuses? That evening I confided in my roommate Sarah, the only person in New York who knew my secret. "She's amazing, but what if it blows up? My family would cut me off." Sarah sighed. "Life's too short for what?" "But yeah, mixing work and romance? Risky." Risky didn't cover it. The next day, an email from my father arrived, announcing a surprise visit. "Proud of you, kiddo. Can't wait to see your big city life." Panic surged. How could I maintain the facade with Naomi so close? I avoided her, burying myself in tasks, but she cornered me in the break room. "You've been distant. Talk to me." I hesitated, then spilled it. "My dad's coming. He doesn't know I'm gay. And with you here, it's complicated." Her expression softened. "Complicated how?" "Because of feelings." I nodded, ashamed. She took a deep breath. "Mila, I like you. More than as a mentee. But I won't push. Just know you're not alone." Her confession ignited a firestorm in my mind. Like me? The rejection I dealt her now felt like a betrayal of my own heart. But with Dad's visit looming, I shoved it down, focusing on survival. When he arrived, all Midwestern charm and expectations, we toured the city. "Met any nice guys?" he asked over dinner. I forced a laugh. "Too busy with work, Dad." He nodded approvingly, but inside I screamed. The lie tasted bitter, a reminder of the cage I'd built. After he left, relief mixed with guilt. Naomi texted, "How'd it go?" I replied honestly, "Exhausting. Hiding sucks." Her response, "Then stop. Start with me." We met at a quiet cafe that weekend, away from the office. I swiped left because I was scared, I admitted, of what people would think of failing. She reached for my hand. "I get it. My coming out was messy, lost friends, family drama. But it was worth it." Her story poured out. Disowned by her religious parents, rebuilding from scratch. It mirrored my fears, yet she thrived. Inspired, I leaned in, our lips brushing in a tentative kiss. It was electric, a release of pent-up emotion. But reality crashed back. What about work? I whispered. She smiled. We'll figure it out. Discreetly. For a brief moment, bliss reigned. Stolen moments in hidden corners, whispered confessions. It felt like freedom. But society's shadows lurked. At a networking event, whispers about those types in the industry made me flinch. Naomi squeezed my hand under the table. Ignore them. We're stronger. Strength waned when my mother called, sensing something off. You sound different, Mila. Everything okay? I deflected, but the strain showed. Then disaster struck. A colleague, jealous of my rapid rise, dug into my social media, uncovering old posts hinting at my orientation. Rumors spread like wildfire. Naomi confronted me in her office. I heard the whispers. Are you okay? Tears streamed down my face. What if it ruins everything? My career, my family. She pulled me into a hug. We'll fight it together. But you have to decide if you're ready to own it. The decision weighed heavy. That night I paced my apartment, inner voices clashing. Hide and protect the life I'd built? Or embrace truth and risk collapse? Naomi's support was a lifeline, but the cost loomed large. The climax came during a team meeting. The colleague Mark made a snide remark. Some people get ahead by unconventional means. All eyes turned. Rage boiled over. If you're implying something about my personal life, say it outright. I snapped. Silence fell. Naomi interjected calmly. Mila's work speaks for itself. Let's focus on that. After, in private, she praised my stand. That took guts. But the damage was done. The firm launched an investigation into workplace relationships, citing policy. Panic set in. This is my fault, I said. If I'd stayed hidden. She shook her head. No. This is their prejudice. We deserve better. As HR questioned us separately, the maw of betrayal opened. Mark had twisted facts, painting our mentorship as favoritism. Naomi defended me fiercely, but the toll showed. I might lose my position, she confided later. Guilt crushed me. Had my weakness dragged her down? In the ensuing days, isolation gripped me. Friends distanced themselves, fearing association. My family, hearing rumors through a cousin in the city, bombarded me with calls. Is it true? My sister demanded. Mom's heartbroken. The words cut deep, a moral quandary. Was loving Naomi wrong? Or was denying it the real sin? Naomi's resolve wavered too. Maybe we should pause, she suggested one tearful night. For your sake. But pausing felt like surrender. No, I insisted. We've come too far. Yet doubt crept in. Was this love worth the wreckage? The investigation dragged on. A slow torture that amplified every insecurity. Naomi and I navigated the office like minefields, exchanging only professional nods, but the ache of separation gnawed at me. Internally I battled. Was pursuing this relationship a selfish act, endangering her career for my happiness? Or was backing down a betrayal of the authenticity she'd taught me? One evening, alone with my thoughts, I journaled furiously. Why does love have to come with such a price? In a perfect world, we'd be celebrated, not scrutinized. But America wasn't perfect. Headlines screamed about anti-LGBT bills, reminding me of the broader fight. Naomi texted, "Hang in there. Truth wins." Her optimism fueled me, but doubt lingered. HR's verdict came midweek. No formal violation, but a warning about perceived conflicts. Relief washed over us, but the stigma stuck. Colleagues whispered. Opportunities dried up for me. Naomi pulled strings, assigning me a high-profile project to prove my worth. Show them, she urged. I poured my soul into it, channeling frustration into creativity. The pitch was a hit, earning accolades. But success tasted bittersweet. At the celebration dinner, Mark approached, smirking. Lucky break, huh? Fury rose, but Naomi's steady gaze across the room calmed me. Later, she whispered. You handled that with grace. Proud of you. Grace, I felt anything but. That night, we met secretly in Central Park, away from prying eyes. This sneaking around. It's exhausting. I admitted. She nodded. I know. But it's temporary. Once you're established, we can be open. Her plan sounded logical, but my heart rebelled. Temporary felt like forever in hiding. Family pressure escalated. My father emailed. Heard some troubling things. Call home. I did, voice trembling. It's rumors, Dad. Nothing more. He pressed. If there's truth to it, we need to talk. Your mother prays for you daily. The implication that I needed saving ignited rage. Pray for understanding instead. I snapped, hanging up. The fallout was swift. Texts from siblings accused me of selfishness, of shaming the family. Think about Grandma. This would kill her. Guilt twisted like a vice. Was I wrong to prioritize my happiness over their comfort? Naomi consoled me over the phone. Families evolve. Mine did, eventually. Give them time. Time felt like a luxury we lacked. At work, a promotion opportunity arose for Naomi, but it meant relocating to Chicago. It's a step up, she said hesitantly. But leaving you. The choice loomed. Stay and fight, or advance and separate. Take it, I urged, masking my devastation. You deserve it. Her acceptance felt like a punch. This isn't goodbye, she promised. But doubt seeded. Was this her way out, escaping the drama I'd brought? Inner monologues raged. You're losing her because you couldn't commit fully. Coward. As her departure neared, tensions peaked. During a farewell lunch, a coworker outed us accidentally. So you two are a thing, right? Silence descended. Naomi laughed it off, but the damage was done. Backlash surged, anonymous complaints about favoritism resurfaced. In desperation, I confronted Mark in the hallway. Why are you doing this? Jealousy. He sneered. The industry doesn't need distractions. Stick to work. His words echoed societal biases, fueling my resolve. That night I came out to my boss. I'm gay and proud. If that affects my role, so be it. Her response surprised. It doesn't. We value diversity. Emboldened, I shared with the team via email, owning my truth. Responses varied, support from some, silence from others. Naomi beamed over video call. Brave move. I'm inspired. But bravery came at a cost. Family radio silence followed my confession to them. We need space, my mother wrote. The rejection stung deeper than anticipated. A moral crossroads. Had I chosen love over blood, right or wrong? Naomi's move approached, forcing a heart-wrenching decision. Come with me, she pleaded during our last in-person meeting. Start fresh. Temptation warred with loyalty. To my internship, my budding career. I can't abandon this now, I replied, tears flowing. But I love you. The admission hung between us, raw and real. We parted with a promise to try long distance, but uncertainty loomed. As her train pulled away, I stood on the platform, questioning everything. Was distance the ultimate test or a prelude to heartbreak? In the ensuing months, solitude amplified my reflections. Work thrived, but emptiness persisted. Naomi's calls brought solace, but time zones strained us. I miss you, she'd say. Me too, I'd echo, wondering if love could survive the miles. A breakthrough came when my sister reached out. Mom's struggling, but she wants to understand. Hope flickered, perhaps reconciliation was possible. But it required patience, a virtue I was learning the hard way. Meanwhile, a new intern arrived, mirroring my past self. Closeted, talented, scared. I mentored her, channeling Naomi's wisdom. Be true to yourself, I advised. Hypocrite. Maybe, but growth demanded it. As Naomi's Chicago life flourished, jealousy crept in. Social media showed her thriving, surrounded by new friends. Are we drifting? I asked during a tense call. No, she assured. But we need to decide our future. The ultimatum forced introspection. Commit fully or let go. The answer eluded me, tangled in webs of fear and desire. Decisions crystallized in unexpected ways. A work trip to Chicago offered a reunion, and I seized it. Arriving at her apartment, the sight of her vibrant, successful reignited the spark. I've built something here, she said, showing me around. But it's incomplete without you. Over dinner, we dissected our paths. I betrayed my own heart by rejecting you initially, I confessed. And now by hesitating. She squeezed my hand. Forgiveness is key. But we can't keep paying for past mistakes. Her words prompted a vow. Let's make this work. I'll apply for transfers. Elation followed, but reality intruded. Back in New York, my family initiated a video call. We're trying to accept, my father said stiffly. But it's hard. My mother added, we love you, but this lifestyle, it's against our beliefs. The moral clash hit hard. Their love conditional on conformity? I challenged them. Love isn't a lifestyle. It's who I am. Tears flowed on both sides. Give us time, they pleaded. Time, the recurring theme, a double-edged sword. At work, my mentorship of the new intern Lena mirrored my journey. She confided her struggles, echoing mine. Family would disown me. I shared my story, emphasizing the cost of hiding. It damages you more than them. Her eventual coming out inspired me. A ripple effect of Naomi's influence. But ripples turned to waves when Naomi faced her own crisis. A promotion offer came with strings. Relocate to LA alone. It's a dream role, she admitted over the phone. But us. The choice tore at her. A maw of ambition versus love. Don't sacrifice for me, I urged, though it killed me. We'll adapt. She hesitated. Maybe. We need a break. To figure out what's right. The words shattered me. Break code for end? Inner turmoil peaked. Had I pushed her away with my indecision? Days blurred in anguish. Friends advised. Fight for her. But fighting meant uprooting my life. Abandoning the stability I'd clawed for. The ethical dilemma loomed. Self-preservation or selfless love? Reconciliation with family offered a glimmer. A surprise visit from my sister bridged gaps. I support you, she whispered. Mom and Dad are coming around. Gratitude swelled, but it underscored the sacrifices. Years of pain for this tentative peace. Naomi's decision loomed. During a heated call, emotions erupted. If you take it, what about us? I demanded. I love you, but I can't hold you back, she replied. Maybe love means letting go. The philosophy cut deep, forcing reflection. Was true love possessive or liberating? In a twist, I applied for a job in Chicago, surprising her. I'm choosing us, I declared upon arrival. Joy lit her face, but shadows remained. LA is too good to pass, she confessed. But you're worth more. She declined the offer, committing to Chicago and me. Bliss returned, but at what cost? Her career stalled slightly, breeding resentment? I worried, the price of our union weighing heavy. Settling into cohabitation, normalcy emerged. Shared routines, laughter, it felt right. But societal pressures persisted. At a pride event, we faced hecklers. A stark reminder of ongoing battles. Why expose ourselves? I questioned internally. Naomi's answer. Because visibility matters. Family integration progressed slowly. A holiday invite came tentative. Bring Naomi, my mother wrote. Nerves frayed, but we went. Tension simmered. Awkward questions forced smiles. My father pulled me aside. She's nice, but this is hard for us. Honesty prevailed. It's hard for me too, hiding who I am. The visit ended on uneasy truce. A step forward amid lingering hurts. Back home, Naomi and I debriefed. Worth it? She asked. Yes, I affirmed. But doubts whispered. Had we traded personal peace for familial approval? As months passed, our relationship deepened, tested by everyday trials. A job loss for me sparked financial strain, amplifying insecurities. Am I holding you back? I fretted. She reassured. We're a team. Teamwork meant compromises. Her turning down travel gigs, me pushing through therapy for unresolved traumas. Therapy unearthed buried pains, childhood indoctrination against sin, the rejection sting. You deserve happiness, the counselor affirmed. But happiness felt fragile, susceptible to external forces. A betrayal blindsided us. Lena, my mentee, jealous of my progress, spread rumors about our influence. Echoes of Mark's antics, but closer to home. Confronting her. Why? I helped you. Tears fell. I felt overshadowed. The cycle of hurt revealed. Pain begets pain. Forgiving her, we moved on stronger. But the incident underscored vulnerability. Society pits us against each other. Naomi mused. True divide and conquer, a tactic as old as time. In quiet moments I pondered the journey. From rejection to reliance, betrayal to bond. The prices paid, careers stalled, families strained, hearts scarred. Was it justified? Resolution dawned gradually, like sunrise after a storm. Naomi and I recommitted, planning a future beyond survival, perhaps marriage if laws held. But first, healing. Joint therapy sessions unpacked our traumas, fostering understanding. We chose each other despite the odds, she said. That's strength. Strength manifested in advocacy. We volunteered at LGBT centers, sharing stories to empower others. Your rejection led here, Naomi teased. Fate's funny. Funny or fateful. It reframed my guilt into gratitude. Family bonds mended unevenly. Holidays grew less tense, conversations deeper. My mother admitted. I was scared of losing you. Vulnerability bridged gaps, proving love's resilience. But scars remained, cousins' distance, unspoken judgments. Professionally, doors reopened. Naomi's network propelled me to a senior role. Her support unwavering. You're my biggest cheerleader, I told her. She smiled. And you're mine. Reciprocity balanced the scales, easing earlier imbalances. Yet challenges persisted. A national debate on rights flared, protests erupting. We marched, voices united against hate. This fight never ends, I thought, exhaustion creeping. But Naomi's hand in mine fueled perseverance. Personal reckonings culminated in a quiet proposal. Under starlit skies she knelt. Marry me, Mila. Through it all. Tears of joy flowed. Yes. The moment crystallized our triumphs over trials. Planning the wedding stirred old wounds. Family attendance wavered. We'll come, my parents decided, a monumental step. The ceremony, intimate and affirming, symbolized victory. Vows exchanged. In rejection and acceptance we found home. Post-honeymoon life normalized routines, dreams pursued. But reflections lingered. The costs, emotional tolls, lost opportunities, fractured ties. Worth it? Absolutely, but not without regret for pains inflicted. One evening over wine we debated ethics. Did we make the right choices? I pondered. She shrugged. Right is subjective. We followed our hearts. Hearts that led to growth, awakening. From swiping left to standing together, the arc bent toward justice, albeit painfully. As years blurred, our story inspired others, ments, friends, even family. You showed us love wins, my sister said. Wins, but at what price? In the end, questions remain. Was denying one's truth ever justifiable? Or does authenticity always demand sacrifice? The answer eludes, sparking endless debate. Was it right to prioritize personal love over familial harmony? Or does true morality lie in balancing both without compromise?